Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going to completely transform your mental golf game. We're drawing on some absolutely incredible insights from the comprehensive guidebook, Unlock Your True Golf Potential, and we're going to look at the one fundamental aspect of your game that you carry with you on absolutely every single shot, yet, well, you probably practice it the least. I'm talking about your mindset, and specifically, I'm talking about that little voice inside your head. So get ready, because by the end of this explainer, the way you speak to yourself out on the course is going to be forever changed. Okay, consider this for a second. Would you ever, in a million years, hire a caddy who just stands over your shoulder and constantly insults you? I mean, imagine paying someone real money to say things like, "You always choke on this hole," or "Wow, you're really terrible at putting," right before you take your swing. No way, right? You'd fire them on the spot. But think about it. After a bad shot, isn't this exactly how so many of us treat ourselves? We literally allow this abusive, hypercritical voice to carry our mental bag. And really, that brings us perfectly to this powerful quote straight from the source material. The most important voice in golf isn't your coach's, it's your own. Your internal dialogue acts as your absolute most important caddy. It's always with you, it's always on, and it's either lifting you up and giving you clarity, or it's dragging you down into this brutal spiral of self-doubt. Honestly, right now, you might just need to fire your current inner caddy and hire a brand new one. All right, let's dive into Section 1, Meet Your Inner Caddy, and the 3 types of self-talk. So a smart golfer actually categorizes their internal voice into 3 specific types of self-talk. First up, we've got instructional. This is the technical stuff. Think smooth takeaway or hold the finish. Now, this is fantastic for the driving range or during your warm-ups, but actually, you really want to avoid this over the ball during a high-pressure round because it just leads to overthinking. Next is motivational. Think of phrases like, "let's go," or "you've got this." You're going to want to pull this club out of your mental bag when you really need to bounce back from a slump, or just to fuel your belief in a super clutch moment. And finally, we have neutral or process-oriented self-talk. Phrases like, "pick your target," or "breathe and swing." Guys, this is your on-course gold standard. It anchors your mind right in the present moment, and it completely blocks out all those pesky distractions. Let's look at the stark contrast between the voice you need to fire and the voice you need to hire. The critic says, "I can't hit fairways." Look, that is totally fear-based. It triggers physical tension, and it literally programs your body for failure. On the flip side, the caddy says, "just trust the target." This is entirely present-focused. It promotes this calm, committed emotion that ultimately results in a smooth, confident swing. Literally, changing your thoughts changes your physical movement patterns. It's wild. Moving right along to Section 2, the 3C reframing method. Now, this is the 3C method. It's exactly what top sports psychologists teach elite athletes. Step 1, catch it. You gotta actually notice that negative thought popping up. Awareness is absolutely everything here. Step 2, check it. You have to ask yourself, is this thought actually factual? If your brain screams, "I always miss these putts," stop and check the evidence. Have you literally missed every single putt in your entire life? No, of course not. You're just zooming in on one bad shot. Then, step 3, change it. You take that irrational, fear-based thought and you replace it with a supportive, realistic, and process-driven thought. And the absolutely crucial point here is how your brain actually processes negative commands. If your thought is, "don't hit it in the water," well, guess what? Your brain instantly visualizes the water. A good reframe doesn't ignore the hazard. It just gives your brain a positive target to execute against instead. So you change it to, "focus on the middle of the green." Boom, you've now directed your entire nervous system toward a solution rather than a problem. Let's transition into Section 3, mastering the pre-shot routine. A really great pre-shot routine is kind of like a flow funnel that blocks out all the surrounding noise, and it's broken down into 4 phases. First, reset and release. You just take a deep breath and tell yourself, "Okay, that last shot is done, fresh start." Second, visualization and planning. Here, your self-talk needs to be descriptive. Draw shot, center of green, see it. Third is commitment and affirmation. You step up, you eliminate the doubt, and you say, "You've got this, play with freedom." And finally, execution and reset. You just swing without overthinking, and no matter what the result is, you calmly say, "next shot, clean slate." You know, during that commitment phase we just talked about, it is incredibly powerful to have one single, reliable confidence cue. Just something simple like smooth and centered, or maybe strong and free. By repeating the exact same keyword before every single shot, it actually becomes a psychological trigger. Your brain starts to associate that specific phrase with a state of calm, focused readiness. It basically becomes your mental anchor. Okay, section 4, thriving in high-pressure moments. Let's break down the actual biology of pressure for a second. When you tell yourself, oh man, I better not mess this up, your brain literally interprets that situation as a threat. What happens? Your heart rate spikes, your breathing gets super shallow, and your muscles physically tense up, which completely ruins your tempo. But if you reframe that exact same moment as a challenge by saying something like, let's see what I can do under fire, or I am excited to compete, you fundamentally change your body's physical response. You shift all the way from fear to engagement. Suddenly, pressure becomes a privilege, and all that nervous energy just becomes fuel to sharpen your focus. And that brings us to section 5, cultivating a champion's identity. I am a focused and composed player. I grow stronger with every challenge. Listen, this isn't just some fluffy motivational stuff. We're talking about neuroplasticity here. When you boldly repeat identity statements and affirmations exactly like these, you are actively rewiring your subconscious. You're telling your brain exactly who you are. And when the pressure inevitably hits, your body is going to automatically act in alignment with this new, powerful identity that you've built for yourself. Talk to yourself like a champion would, because you're becoming one. Honestly, your words become your thoughts become your swing, and your mindset becomes your ultimate competitive advantage. You have the total power to choose the voice in your head, so make sure you choose the one that actually believes in you. So, if you're ready to truly master your mental game, finally fire that inner critic for good, and dive even deeper into all these incredible strategies, the full source material, Unlock Your True Golf's Potential, is available right now on Amazon. It really is an absolute must-read for any golfer looking to build just unshakable confidence and shoot way lower scores. But hey, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about for your very next round. When you inevitably hit a bad shot, who's the first person going to speak up in your mind? Is it going to be the critic or the champion? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.